Hello, good day. I hope you are doing well. This is my final exam for NSTP2, wherein I will be narrating my semester long project, aka the Upland project. My professor in my NSTP2 subject tasked our class with a project that would last the entire semester. It was called the Upland project. The said project involved us students to pick three vegetables from the Bahay Kubo song, then to plant them and of course take care of and document it as well. Hence, I picked the tomato, ginger, and garlic as the vegetables I will be planting and of course going to be taking care of. As I said, I chose the tomato, ginger, and garlic as the vegetables I'm going to be planting. I planted all three of them at the same time as planned, and thanks to my mom, nothing went wrong as she helped me plant three vegetables and helped lessen the hassle for me because she's really good at it, and I, on the other hand, am not really good. For the first few weeks, it was actually only the garlics and tomatoes especially that really made progress. Only both of them showed signs of growth. The gingers, on the other hand, were really showing slow signs of growth, or at first, no signs of growth at all. I even thought that they were dead despite only being the first few weeks. And because of that, I was constantly worried about the gingers, but fortunately, as the weeks passed, the gingers showed some growth and that helped lessen my worries since both the garlics and tomatoes are going normal and healthy because my main goal was to all three of them to be equally healthy. When the fifth week came, it was only there then that the gingers grew a stem, while the garlics and tomatoes looked like they were ready for harvest. When the seventh week came, all three of my plants, including the garlics, looked like they were at their healthiest. At this point, if I were asked to rank my plants from the least stressful to the most stressful to maintain, my answer would be the garlics because they were the fastest to grow and I really had no problems with them at all. Then next would be the tomatoes. I can actually say the same thing about them except they were not as equally fast with the garlics in terms of their growth process. Sure, they were healthy, but I think it would be better if they were equally fast in terms of growth with the garlics. Then the last would be the most stressful plant to maintain are the gingers because as I said, they were really far off in terms of growing when compared to my other two plants. When the 10th week came, the garlics really took a turn. They were growing pretty healthy until that week. I observed they dried up and showed white and brownish spots when they were supposed to be green. Even though I constantly maintained them, it was impossible to revive them since them being dried lasted until the 14th week. As a result, they had died. Reason for it being is I think because of the size of their pot. It was quite small actually, but I did not realize it until then, and I didn't really think that they were going to be needing a bigger pot since the tomatoes and gingers didn't really have a problem with the pot. My tomatoes look good and healthy and they've been stress free for me. The gingers as well are pretty healthy and they are actually the healthiest and the largest among all of my plants. The garlics, however, ended up in a sad state. To sum it up, I think I'm happy with the overall outcome of my plants. At least only one of them died. Here are pics of them as of now. Anyway, I've come to a firm conclusion about this project and I've realized things a gardener would when planting. To be frank, I initially disliked this project. when my professor initially announced it, because I'm really not that into gardening. I really have no interest at all. Also, because I think of how much a waste of time it is, especially since its duration was for the entire semester, and I think of how irrelevant it is to the subject, I thought. But I realized as the weeks passed of constantly taking care of the plants, I realized that there are things to learn when it comes to plant gardening. I realized planting makes us happy, relaxes us, helps us loosen up, and most importantly, minimizes our time staring at screens. So that's it. Hopefully, there was something to learn from this video, and thank you.